ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणम् श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम् साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
प्राणश्चोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
मा मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेर्यमुपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
ॐ शान्तः शान्तः शान्तिः
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
चतुर्थ अध्यायः चतुर्थ मन्त्रः तस्यैष आदेशः
तस्यैष आदेशः
यदेतद्विद्युतो व्यद्युतदा
यदेतद्विद्युतो व्यद्युतदा
इति न्यमीमिषदा
इति न्यमीमिषदा
इत्यधिदैवतम्
इत्यधिदैवतम्
to the previous mantra. The Akhyayika is over. The purpose of Akhyayika is Vidya Stuti. Vidya Stutyartam Akhyayika Uchyate. And Brahma is Durvigneyam. Devanamapi. Therefore the Akhyayika. So, Brahma Asti Tad Brahma Durvigneyam Devanamapi. Having said, now the Upasana is talked about. Why Upasana? Because Brahma is Durvigneyam. Durvigneyam Brahmanaha Jnanam Samskrita Manasi eva bhavati. Utpadyate that Jnanam. Ityukte the Adhikari must be a Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannaha Adhikari. That is why Karma Yoga for Chitta Mala Nivrityartam and Chitta Vikshepa Nivrityartam Upasana iti. When the Antakarnam is ready, the moment Upadesha is given, Jnanam happens like the flash, the lightning. The Brahma appeared and disappeared. It will not take years for the knowledge to take place. Knowledge appears in a fraction of a second, that moment. So therefore, the Upanishad now is interested in presenting the Upasana and Karma Yoga also. That at the end, after talking about Upasana, Upanishad talks about values also. In the eighth mantra, we'll be saying Tasmai tapo dhamma karmeti pratishtha vedaha sarvangani satyamayatanam tapaha dhammaha karma giti pratishtha. Karma yoga is in terms of values. Values, as in the Gita, said amanitvam, adambitvam, all those are values. These values, when these values are present, the jnanam is as good as happened. Means the mind is ready, jnanam happens. So all these are preparatory means. So upasana, that Sri Upasana is talked about here. And here the Upasana, the Upanishad, going to present Upasana, four Upasanas. Four Upasanas of Ishvara. The two are called Adhideva Upasana, the third one, Adhyatma, and the fourth one will be Gunavasishta Brahma Upasana. And here the Upasana Yaha Alambanam, as we saw before. In any Upasana, three factors are involved. Upasaka, the meditator must be there, and there must be Upasya. Upasya is the Alambanam. And Upasana, meditation. So, three factors are there: Upasaka, Upasya, Upasana, Alambanam. Upasana, Alambanam. Alambanam is the support. Alambanam. So here the Upanishad presents the symbol, the Alambanam, Upasana Alambanam, which is like the Yaksha. It's closer to the Yaksha. Yaksha appeared and disappeared. So therefore here also it is the Upasana, the symbols are presented as that of Yaksha. Yaksha was shining, Tejasvi, and Yaksha appeared and disappeared. That Tejas Swarupa Yakshaha, Pujaniya, Pujaniyaha Yakshaha, was brilliant and appeared and disappeared. Similarly, here also, the Upasana Alambanam is similar to the Yaksha. So, based on the Akyayika, the story, so the Alambanam also is appropriately taken, appropriately presented, appropriate Alambanam. So, Adhideva Upasanani, that is what is the first is going to be talked about. And in the mantra, Idetat Vidyuto Vidyutada, that Pluta is only in this mantra is there. But number 3, it is Pluta. Ekamatro bhaved rasvaha, dvimatro dirgha uchyate, trimatrastu Pluto nyeyaha. Ardhamatrastu vyanjanam. Pluta is that which has got more than 3 matra. So the elongation. Why elongation is there? Elongation indicates that the upama, it is an upama, it is in comparison. That is, the Brahma is compared to. The Upasana is presented with an illustration. The first illustration is the flash of lightning. So knowing Brahma is like a flash of lightning. So that is the Upamarte, Vataha Acharya in the Bhagavad Gita in the commentary says. So that Puta having 3 matra, 3 units of time in Uchcharan, in pronunciation. And Pluta is generally, it is used in the sense of Eva, like, but here it indicates the Upama, illustration. Sometimes the Pluta also can indicate the questioning. Prashnarte api, the Pluta bhavati. Like in Taittiriya Upanishad, Kaschana Gacchati, there also it is a Pluta. So, but here it is in the sense of comparison, illustration. Vidyuto Yadyutada. So the comparison is indicated by this related vowel. Now, what comparison? That is Adideva Vasana. And the mantra says, Tasya Esha Adeshaha. Tasya Eshaha Adeshaha. Tasya, we will see, Tasya is Brahmanaha. Eshaha Adeshaha Upadeshaha. The first upasana, Vidyutaha Vidyutada. Second one, Yami Mishada. The first upasana, Vidyutaha, Vidyut upasana. The flashing of lightning. In fact, it is an appropriate upasana, the appropriate thing, because flashing of lightning is momentary. It appears and disappears. Yaksha also appeared and disappeared. It was just momentary. So that is upasana. The second one, Yami Mishada, that is the blinking of the eyes. When the eyes are open, the light of the eyes illumine the world. When eyes are closed, there is complete darkness. That is disappearance. Appearance and disappearance. Yaksha appeared for a while in front of Indra and then disappeared. That is the Vipassana. So tasya eshaha adeshaha. Eshaha adeshaha. Adeshaha is Padeshaha, teaching. This is the teaching of that Tasya Brahmanaha. Brahma, which is Tasya Yeshaha Adeshaha. This is the illustration. This is the Upama. This is the teaching of that Brahma. The Brahma which appeared, a Brahma which is known by Indra. That is the Adeshaha, illustration, teaching. Teaching by illustration. Teaching by Upama, analogy. Yat yetat yet that etat is that which is prasiddha. That which is the word, the pronoun etat we used to refer to the things which are very near. Idamastu sannikrishtam samipataravarti etadorupam adasastu mitprakrishtam taditi parokshe vjaniyat. We saw this shloka when we studied Sanskritam in the very beginning. When do we use the pronouns? Idam, yeshaha, tat, and asau,amishabda. Asau, amu, ami, adasastu, adashabda. So either etat shabda is used to refer to something which is very near. It means it is prasiddha. Very near means which is cannot be missed. You cannot miss Brahma because it is you. There cannot be paroksha jnanam of Brahma because it is you. Therefore, everything can be paroksha, but not you. Brahma is always aparoksha. Aham nitya aparoksham Brahma. Therefore, one cannot miss oneself. Even if the person say, Aham na janami Brahma, tatapi Aham Brahma eva. But I don't know. Fine. But who says I don't know? The person who says he is Brahma. Therefore, I have to know. So that is the Upadesha Adesha, and that is through Upama, the analogy. it is done here. That is flash of lightning. That is first upasana. Vidyutaha Vyadyutad. So yat etat Vidyutaha Sandhi Vichedam Krutva. Vidyutaha is Shashti Bhakti. And Vidyut is Strilinga Shabda. Karanta Shabda Vidyutaha Shashti Bhakti. And Vyadyut is the Kriya Padam, in fact. Vyadyutat. Vyadyutat is the Kriya Padam. That is from the Dhatu, Dyuta Dhatu, Dyotayati comes Dyuta Dhatu. So V Purvaka Dyut Dhatu and the form is Lung Lakara. So Vyadyutat. Then A is the vowel A and Trimatra. That tells this is the illustration, Upama. Iti. Then iti Nyamishata iti. Iti plus it plus Nyami Vishada, Sandhi Vicheda, that also you have to do. Iti Dirga is there. It is first is iti, then it, then Nyami Vishada. It plus Nyami Vishada, the it takara followed by a nakara, yaraha arunasike, arunasikova will apply. Therefore, you get in Nyami Vishada. So iti, that is iti Nyami Vishada is iti plus it, just it plus Nyami Vishada. It is a Vaidika Shabda. It means and, not it letter. Tasvilopaha it, that is not the it is. So iti up to that vid, vidyutaha vidyutat a iti one upasana. It nyami vishada nyami mishat, then that is second upasana. So first upasana, the shining of the vidyut, lightning. So as the lightning flashes, similarly, Yaksha Brahma flashed for a moment, very briefly. First upasana. Second upasana, because first and second, therefore, and it, and that Brahma is like, therefore is like Yami Mishat, which is like the blinking of the eye. Blinking of the eye. So when eyes are blinked, open, the light of the eye illumines the objects of the world. When it is closed, the object, the light of the eye, that is shut down, then there is darkness. There is disappearance. Similar to Yaksha Rupa Brahma, which appear and disappear. Iti Adidaivatam. This is the Upama Pradarshanam with regard to Devas. Adidaivatam. Devata eva Daivatam. The word Daivatam, Devata eva Daivatam, Daivatam Adikritya Vartate iti Adidaivatam. Therefore, this is related to the Devatas. The comparison, the presentation of illustration is for the purpose of Upasana. The story regard to the Devas. So meditation on Brahma, Yaksharup, meditation on Yaksharupa Brahma, and here it is the story. The connection is to the Devatas, to the story. So in the context of the story of Devas, illustration of Brahma is given by these two. Illustration of Brahma is given by these two Upasanas. So Vidyutaha, Vidyutat, and Vidyutat also we will be seeing later, but we will convert that into a Nama Padam, because a Kriya Padam here it will not fit. So Vidyutad will be converted into Vidyotanam later. So we cannot say lightning lights, the flash of the lightning. That is proper. Bhashyakara will say. So, vidyutaha vidyotanam and chakshuhu yami mishat, that is chakshushaha, that unnilanam and nimilanam. That is the second upasana. Now let us read the Bhashyam. तस्य प्रकृतस्य ब्रह्मणः
तस्य प्रकृतस्य ब्रह्मणः
एषः आदेशः
एषः
आदेशः उपमोपदेशः
उपमोपदेशः.
This is the Adesha. Adesha is teaching. This is the teaching, teaching the form of the illustration, analogy of what? Of that Brahma. Brahma which is Prakritasya Brahmanaha. Brahma which is under discussion. That is a topic here. So therefore the illustration is done. The teaching in the form of illustration of that Brahma, and that is Adesha. Prakritam Brahma. Brahma which is a subject matter. So that is the Upamayaha Upadesha, Adesha. Upamayaha Upadesha. The teaching of what is the teaching? The comparison is taught. The Upasana is taught. Upasana is where Brahma is compared to something. That is taken as the Alambara. So comparison, knowledge. Mantra gives the mantra is the presence of Upadesha, the teaching, comparing Brahma with something. That is Upama. So Brahma is like the flash of lightning. So Upama. So Tasya referring to Shashti Bhakti. Prakritasya Brahmanaha, the Brahma which is under discussion. That is that Yeshaha, that is the Adeshaha, Upama Upadeshaha. Upama is the Upadesha. Comparison, the analogy, that is the Upadesha, that is the teaching. So comparison, the analogy is the teaching. Dharma is compared to something, and that is the teaching. With you, Upasana is taught. Upasana in the form of comparing Brahma with something, that is lightning, and Netra, Chakshuhu, Unmilanam, Nimilanam. So that is the teaching. Then Nirupamasya Brahmanaha
निरुपमस्य
ब्रह्मणः येन उपमानेन उपदेशः येन
उपमानेन उपदेशः
सः अयम् आदेशः इति उच्यते.
सः अयम् आदेशः इति उच्यते.
Cannot compare Brahma with anything. Brahma is Brahma. With what you can compare Brahma? Cannot be compared with anything. That's why it is Nirupamasya Brahmana. Brahma which is without any comparison. Brahma is Chaitanya. So Chaitanyam is like this, you cannot say, because there is no another Chaitanya. There is no another Brahma. Swagata, Sajatiya Veda, Swagata Veda, Sajatiya Veda, Vigata Veda, Ragitam Brahma. And Veda is not, the three types of Veda is not possible. We can compare a thing with another thing only when there is a Veda. Either Swagata, Sajatiya, Vijatiya Veda. Brahma is Ekam Brahma. So Chaitanyam is like this, Chaitanyam we cannot say. Rama Ravanayoho Yuddham, Rama Ravanayoho Yuddham Iva. Valmiki, the Ramayana, he compares the fight between Rama and Ravana is like Rama and Ravana. Fight itself cannot be compared, not comparable. Then what to talk about Brahma here? So Nirupamasya Brahmanaha, Brahma which cannot be compared with anything. Dirgatam, Dirgataha Upamaha Yasmat Brahmanaha. Tad Brahma Nirupam Brahma. Tasya Nirupamasya Brahmanaha. Nirupam. That is a Bhuri Samad. So Nirupamasya Brahmanaha Yena Upamanena Upadesha. The Brahma which cannot be compared with anything, but it is the Upadesha of Dharma of that Brahma is done by analogy, by comparison. That is the Upadesha. That is Ayam Upadeshaha eva Adeshaha iti uchyate. This comparison which is done for that Brahma which is Nirupam Brahma, that is called Adeshaha. So the meaning of the Adesha, that is the comparison of that incomparable Brahma is the Adesha. And that is the Upadesha here. Upamopadeshaha. That is the Adesha. Nirupamasya Brahmanaha Upamopadeshaha eva Adeshaha. Combining the two lines we can understand. Brahma which is incomparable and that is compared. Rupamasya Brahmanaha Upamopadeshaha Adeshaha iti uchyate. So that describing Brahma, description of Brahma, so comparison, that is the Adesha. So Adesha means Upadesha. And the Upadesha is done with comparison. That is called Adesha iti Bhashyakara says here. Then question comes, what is that comparison? That is Kim tat
Kim tat
Yadetat Prasiddham Loke
Yadetat Prasiddham Loke
Vidyutaha Vyadyutat
Vidyutaha Vidyutat
Vyadyutat. V plus Vidyutat Vidyutat.
Vidyutat
Vipasarga and then lung lakara of Dyut. Vidyotanam kritavat iti
Vidyotanam Kritavat iti
eta etadανupannam iti
Etadανupapannam iti
vidyuto vidyotanam iti kalpyate.
Vidyuto Vidyotanam iti kalpyate.
So kim tat is kaha saha adeshaha kaha or ka upama. What is that comparison illustration? Yat etat, that which is etat referring to that which is very well known in the loka. Prasiddhe loke prasiddham bhavati etat. Kim tat, when it is asked, yat loke prasiddham etat. What is that? Vidyutaha vyadyutat. Vidyuto vyadyutat. So vidyutaha, lightning, the flash of the lightning. If you take Vyadyutat, Vyadyutat is Vidyotanam Krutavat. Vidyutat is Kriyapadam. So Vyadyutat is equal to Vidyotanam Krutavat. That is the meaning. Vyadyutat is Lung Lakara, Bhute Lung. Anadyatane Lam, then Bhute Lung Lakara. So Vyadyutat is equal to Vidyotanam Krutavat. So Vidyotanam Krutavat means Kritavat means did. What did? Did flashing of the light means Vidyutaha Vidyutat Vidyutaha Vidyotanam Kritavat means the referring to that one which did flashing. So it means Brahma is like the one which did flashing of the lightning. That meaning will come. That meaning it is not sensible here. Iti etat anupapannamiti. It is not, that meaning is not proper. Illustration of Brahma is done here. And Vidyuto Vidyutata when we say, so Brahma is like that one which did flashing of the lightning. That meaning will come. That is meaning, see, lightning, that is flash of lightning. Vidyutaha Vidyotanam. Not the one who did flashing of the lightning. So Brahma cannot be compared to that one who did flashing of lightning. It means not with the flash of lightning is compared Brahma. So Brahma is compared to that one who did flashing of lightning. That meaning cannot come. Here, Brahma is compared to the flashing of the lightning only. Lightning flash, it appears and disappears. So therefore, Kriya Padam is not proper here. Vidyutata is Vidyotanam Kritavat. If you take that to be a Tingantam, Kriya Padam, that meaning will be not tenable here, not proper here. So therefore, Vidyuto Vidyotanam iti kalpyate. So therefore, what we have to do is we have to convert that Kriya Padam into a Nama Padam, a Subanta. So therefore, it is done. Vidyutaha Vidyotanam. The Vidyotanam in iti kalpyate. Iti kalpyate means this is how it has to be taken. Flashing of the lightning. Not Vidyutaha Vidyutat. That Kritavat, that doing, that is not proper here. It is should be a bhava. Flashing of the lightning. So therefore, bhavam should be there, bhavarte. Therefore, we are taking as lut anta vidyotanam. So vidyutata should be converted into a bhavartha nama padam lut anta vidyotanam, flashing of the lightning. That would be proper. Vidyotanam kritavat is the meaning, explanation of vidyutata. That kritavat means did. Somebody did. That is not the meaning. That is not proper. So if it take that meaning as it is, then you are comparing Brahma with something which did flashing of the lightning. That meaning will occur. We are not comparing Brahma with something which did flashing of lightning. We are comparing Brahma with the flashing of light. That is the Upama here. Therefore, it is proper Vidyutaha Vidyotanam. Flashing Vidyotanam of the lightning. So Brahma is like the flashing of the lightning. That is the meaning. Then only it is the Upapannam. Otherwise, Anupapannam. Therefore, we are converting Vyadyutat into Vidyotanam. Drop the Kritavat. Don't take the Tingantartha. That has no meaning here. Therefore, Bhashikara says, Vidyuto Vidyotanam. Flashing of the lightning. Iti kalpyate. And after that is said that he says, iti upamarthaha.
इति उपमार्थः
The prolated that vowel, the trimatra kalika ucharyamanaha swaraha. They are called Lutaha. That which takes 3 units of time. That which take 3 units of time. That is called Plutaha. So, so Plutaha, that long vowel, prolator, it is for the sake of Upama, Upamartaha. There is no other significance to that. There is no other significance. It is just for the sake of Upama. It is a swara. What is a swaraha? Swatantraya uchcharyamanaha varnaha swaraha. Swaraha atava akshara. Plutaswaraha is trimatra kalena. Trimatra kalena uchcharyamanaha swaraha plutaswaraha. So, so it is three units of time. See, generally we write a short vowel and then put the symbol 3. That way you can write, or you can write a long vowel and put 3 also. And also the 3, the number, that chinnam, trimatra kalam suchayati. So whether you write a short vowel and put 3 or a long vowel and put 3, then the 3 is referring to trimatra kalam suchayati luta varnaha. In the Upanishad, it is long vowel. Vidyatada. Can be the in, in Prata is that a short vowel, then 3 will be there, or long vowel also can be there. So Trimatra Kala. So that is what is the purpose of that? Artaha Prayojanam. It is Upama Artaha. It is for this, it is in the sense of Upama, comparison. Comparison is Iva. Iva Arte Atra Plutaha Prayujyate. So therefore, what is the meaning? Vidyutaha Vidyotanam Iva Brahma Ityartha. That is the meaning. So therefore the mantra Tasya Yeshaha Upamopadeshaha Upama is Yadesha Etat Brahma Vidyutaha Vidyotanam Iva. That meaning comes. The Brahma is like the flash of lightning. The Bhashakara says next line. Let us read. Vidyuto Vidyotanam Iva Ityartaha.
विद्युतः विद्योतनम् इव
When A is Upamartaha, the sense of comparison, therefore Brahma is Vidyutaha Vidyotanam Iva. That meaning we get. That's what Bhashikara says here. So that is very clearly understood. Then this Vidyut, this such meaning is also occurs in the other Upanishad that Bhashikara records. Yata Sakrat Vidyutam iti
यथा
यथा सकृत्
विद्युक्तम् इति
Shrutyantare cha darshanat.
श्रुत्यन्तरे च दर्शनात्
Shrutyantare anya Shrutihi. Tasyam. Shrutyantare cha darshanam, it is seen in other Upanishad also. Yata Sakrat Vidyutam iti. That sentence alone is from the other Upanishad. Iti. Yata Sakrat, starting from Yata up to Vidyutam, that sentence, the Vakya, it occurs in the Brahadaranyaka Upanishad. That is like a flash of lightning, the whole thing. See, when lightning happens, it illumines everything in a split second and disappears. Everything is lit up and gone. So we also say in a flash of lightning, I got this idea, we say. Similarly here, in the case of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, there it is, the reference is with regard to the Hiranyagarbha, Prajapati. So for Hiranyagarbha, the previous kalpa, the previous srishti, The knowledge of the previous history, just like the flash of lightning, appeared. Because he is Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is Samashti, total. Samashti, Sukshma, Buddhi. That is Hiranyagarbha. It's a total, not individual. Individual, we have to collect one by one. We have to collect. Only one thing occurs in our mind because it is we are individual, limited. That is the Alpajnaha. Hiranyagarbha is total. Therefore, Hiranyagarbha, he has the capacity to recollect, to remember, Smriti, that capacity to remember the whole in a second. Just like a flash of lightning. So Hiranyagarbha remembered, he recollected the knowledge of the previous creation. That is the knowledge. The knowledge he got just like a flash of lightning. Iti Shrutyantare Darshanat. So such type of expression is there in the other Upanishad. Therefore, a flash of lightning, that Upama is is apt in this context also. That is why he quotes. That Upama is very apt in this context also. Vidyut iva hi
विद्युत् इव हि
sakridatmanam darshayitva
सकृदात्मानं दर्शयित्वा
tirobhutam brahma devebhyah.
तिरोभूतं ब्रह्म देवेभ्यः.
So here also this lightning, that Upama is very well fitting. Why? Because devebhyah is Panchami. Devebhyah, from the devas, from the sight of the devas, brahma tirobhutam bhavati, disappeared. Darshagitva, having shown. Sakrita, Sakrita is once, like a flight. Vidyut iva, like the lightning. Lightning occurred and then disappeared. Lightning is just a splash, just a split second. In fact, we see the light, we cannot see the lightning. We can see the reflection of the lightning in the cloud, and disappears that immediately. Similarly, here also, Vidyutiva, like the lightning, that's Brahma, Sakrita, just just once. Atmanam darshayitva, show, showing, having revealed itself, oneself, that Brahma, Tirabhutam Abhavat Brahma, from the sight of the Devas, Devebhyaha, from the Devas, from the drishti of the Deva, disappeared. Ito Brahma, Devanam Drishtigocharaha, Drishtigocharam Abhavat, Tat Chatiti eva Tirobhutam, the Brahma Abhavat. Drishtigochara, you can just for a split second, Tirobhutam, appear, disappear. And another interpretation here, Bhashyakara gives. Atava,
अथवा
Atava, or is another interpretation for that Vidyuto Vidyutat. For that, another interpretation. Vidyutaha Tejaha iti adhyaharyam.
विद्युतः तेजः इति अध्याहार्यम्.
Vidyutat Vidyotitavat.
विद्युतत् विद्योतितवत्
Iva.
इव
Another interpretation for Vidyuto Vidyutato also possible that Bhashyakara gives. Atava, or Vidyutaha, then we have to bring Adhyaharyam, means we have to supply the word Adhyaharyam, Adhyaharyaha, Adhyaharyam, Adhyahritam. We have to bring in another word which is not there, that is we have to supply. That is called technically Adhyaharaha. Yeah, Tejaha, the word you have to bring in. Tejaha means light. Tejaha means effulgence, brilliance. So that word we have to supply. So therefore, now Brahma is like the brilliance of the lightning that flashed for a split second. So Tejaha, that word we have to bring in. Vidyutaha is Shashti Bhakti, like the brilliance of the lightning that flashed. So the Tejaha, the word we have can bring in. So the brilliance, the light of the lightning, that Tejaha, the brilliance, the light which was brilliant, appeared, just flashed. So Brahma is like that. Brahma, Vidyutaha Tejaha iva, iti. That meaning. So Vidyutat, Vidyotitavat. Why Vidyotitavat? Because Brahma Napumsakalinga. Therefore Brahma, Vidyutaha Tejaha iva, Vidyotitavat. Is that, that means Iva. That's why Brahm Iva iti. Vidyutaha Tejaha Iva Brahma Vidyotitavat. Brahma appeared. So Vidyitat is equal to Vidyotitavat. Yatha Vidyitaha Tejaha Vidyotitavat Tatha Brahma. That is, that meaning we can take. So that brilliance, the shine, effulgence of the lighting appeared similarly, Brahma also. Then Then Bhashyakara gives the Avipraya, that sentence. Vidyutaha Tejaha
विद्युतः तेजः
Sakrit Vidyotitavat Iva iti Avipraya.
सकृद् विद्योदितवत् इव
इव
इत्यभिप्रायः
इत्यभिप्रायः.
So when we bring in the Tejaha, what is the Avipraya? What is the intended meaning that Bhashyakara says? Vidyutaha Tejaha, Tejaha, the brilliance of the Vidyut, the lightning, Sakrita, suddenly Vidyoditavat iva, as if flashed, that is Abhipraya. So Vidyutaha Tejaha Sakrit Vidyoditavat. Tata, in the same way, Iva, that is the meaning. Iva Brahma appeared. Atmanam Darshitavat Brahma. Antirabhutam Abhavat. So Vidyutaha Tejaha, by supplying the word Tejaha, the meaning becomes Vidyutaha Tejaha Sakrit Vidyoditavat Iva. The Brahma is like the brilliance of the light of the lightning which appeared suddenly. That meaning comes. Then, then in the mantra, the word iti is there. That iti Acharya, what is the meaning of that word iti? He says. Iti shabdaha adesha pratinirdeshartaha.
इति शब्दः
तः
आदेश
आदेशप्रतिनिर्देशार्थः
Iti ayam adeshaha iti.
इति
इति
अयम्
अयम्
आदेशः
आदेशः
इति
इति
It shabdaha samuchayartaha.
इत् शब्दः
शब्दः
समुच्चार्थः.
समुच्चयार्थः
So we have to spot iti, not diga, that iti is the iti nyami mishada, that iti, that you have to split into iti plus it plus nyami mishada. So iti shabda is there, iti shabda also is there. What is the purpose of iti shabda? Iti shabda is used in the sense of adesha prati nirdeshartaha. Iti shabda itself is a compound. Karmadarya. Iti shabda. The iti shabda. When we say when we say, for example, Rama Nama, Rama iti Nama. Ramaha iti nama. Similarly, iti, that is the word. Iti shabdaha, karmadhara. The word iti, it is used in the sense of adesha pratinirdeshataha. Adesha is the teaching, upadesha. Pratinirdeşartaha, Nirdeshartam is presenting, or the presentation of the teaching, the word iti. So iti shabdaha, it is in the sense of presentation, sense of presentation of the upadesha. It is in the sense of presenting the upadesha. That is iti shabdaha. Iti ayam shabdaha, ayam adeshaha iti. So therefore, iti ayam adesha, in this way the teaching is. Iti ayam adesha. This is how the teaching is there. Therefore, iti. Adeshartaha, adesha pratinirdeşartaha. Adesha is upadesha, the teaching in this manner. Then the word iti is there. Iti is the sense of samuchayartha. Samuchaya means conjunction, combination. And that is the meaning. It's a Vaidika Shabda. So one adesha, one upadesha, one upamapadesha is done. One teaching is given, one upasana is taught. The next upasana is going to start. Therefore, it and because in the same mantra, two upadeshas are, two upasanas are presented, two adeshas are there. Therefore, it is samuchayartha. Samuchayartha is like Rama and Krishna. Ramascha, Lakshmanascha, the cha, samuchayartha cha. Similarly, here, it is the word which says we can see in the Veda. So, Vaidika Shabda, it is it. Samuchayartha it prayujyate Vedeshu. Then the next upasana. Ayam cha aparastasya deshaha.
अयं च
च अपरस्तस्य
अपरस्तस्य
आदेशः
आदेशः
Aparaha tasya adeshaha, aparastasya adeshaha. So therefore, another adesha, another upamopadeshaha is going to be started. So therefore, for that purpose, ayam cha, this is another illustration of that Brahma. So ayam adeshaha, this adesha is for tasya adeshaha, the tasya adesha comparison of that prakritasya brahmanaha is the another teaching, another I am cha aparaha. This is another. This is another teaching. The teaching in the form of illustration. Another one is started. And what is that? Ko sau nemi mishat. Ko sau, that we have to say. Ko sau.
कोऽसौ
The answer would be nemi mishat.
यमि
निमिषत्
Ko sau means kaha asau ayam adesha. What is that adesha? What is that comparison? That is yami mishat. The blinking of the eye. Yami mishat literally means the eye blink. The eye we have to supply. Chakshuhu. Because nimishat is blinking. What blinks? Only eye. Chakshuhu. Nimi vishat. The eye blinked. So the eye blinked, winking. The eye blinked. Chakshuhu. Nimi vishat. That Bhashakara that also explains. Yatha chakshuhu nimi mishat nimesham kritavat.
यथा
यथा चक्षुः न्यमीमिषते
निमेषं
निमेषं
कृतवत्
कृतवत्
Yatha just like the eye blinked. Blink nimi mishat is equal to the Kriya Padam. Lung lakara, which is equal to nimesham kritavat. So wherever lakara is there, Bhashakara gives the equivalent pradanta. So nimesham is made into a bhava. Nimesham kritavat is equal to nimi mishat. The eye did blinking. Blinking is opening and closing. Closing disappears. Opening we see the world is revealed. Then the word Nimi Mishat, it is Ni Purvaka Mishdatu. And it Nimi Mishat and Nijanta it is a Nijanta Rupam, which is added. Bhashakara says, we are not seen at Lunglakara. You'll see, but here Bhashakara gives that Ni Purvaka Mishdataho Nich Patim Hojayitva Lunglakare Tasya Rupam Nimi Mishat. It is Kartari. Kartari and Lunglakara Shan Pratyaya is added. You don't know what it is. You have not seen. It's okay. And Bhashakara says that it is Nijanta. But Nijanta Nishpratyaya is not added in the sense of causative. It is not causative Nich. Nishpratyaya is in the sense of the very Dhatu itself. So therefore he says Swarte Nich.
Vartheni.
Arteniche.
That Nishpratyaya added to the Dhatu, it is in the sense of it's the Dhatu itself. Not in the sense of prerana, not etumati nich, swarte nichit. We will see this word in we do the grammatical analysis. Upamartaha eva akaraha.
Pamartah
Eva
Akaraha.
Akaraha is that pluta is there, it is for upamartaha. It is in sense of upama comparison. That Yaksharupa Brahma is compared to the blinking of the eye. The disappearance, when the eyes are closed, that is the objects which are illuminated when the eyes are open, now it is gone, disappearance. That is the comparison. Chakshushaha Vishayam Prati
Chakshushaha
Vishayam
Prati
Prati.
Prakasha Tirobhavaha Iva cha ityartaha.
Prakasha Tirobhavaha Iva Cha Ityartaha.
So,
Cha
cha ityartaha. Not chet, cha ityartaha. Iva, like Prakasha and Tirobhava. Prakasha Tirobhava, like the Tirobhava of the Prakasha. Prakashasya Tirobhava. So when the eyes are closed, the Prakasha which is there, Chushaha, that Vishayam Prati, towards the object, the Prakasha is there, that disappears. In the objects, when the eye is open, you see the objects of the world. By the light of the eye, you see the objects of the world. When the eye is closed, the light of the eye is not available, is closed. Therefore, objects are not seen. Similarly, Brahma disappears. Therefore, Chakshushaha Vishayam Prati Prakasha Tirobhavaha Ivacha Ityartaha. So, this is the Ityartaha, this is the meaning. The Aksharupa Brahma is like Prakasha Tirobhava of the eyes with regard to its Vishaya, the objects. Iti Adidhaivatam.
Iti Adidaivatam.
Devata Vishayam Brahmanaha Upamana Darshanam.
Devata Vishayam
Brahmana
Brahmana Upamana
Upamana Darshanam.
Darshanam.
So Iti Devatam, which is there in the Moolam, the mantra. So this is how the Brahma is presented, the form of comparison of Brahma, which is connected to the Devatas. Devata Vishayam, that related to Devata. Brahmanaha Upamana Darshanam, presentation of Brahma. That's about the Brahmanaha Upamana Darshanam with regard to the Deva, related to the Deva, is presented. So, iti, thus, Brahma is presented. Brahma is presented with regard in relation to the devatas. So Brahma is presented through upama, by comparison, with regard to the devatas. Therefore, it is Adhyatma Upamana Darshana. The teaching of Brahma through illustration is given. And this is regarded to the Devas, therefore Adhideva. Next will be taught, that is Adhyatma Rupa. As I told, that is four upasanas are going to be presented to our Adhyatma, to our Adhideva. So this is Adhideva. Next one will be Adhyatma. Adhyatma, when we say Adhyatma, it is to the individual. And Adhideva, when we say it to the total. So in relation to the Devas, the story, these upasanas are presented. Therefore, it is Adi Devatam. Devatam Adhikritya Upasana. Therefore, it is Adi Devatam. Adi Devata Upasana. So Devatam Adhikritya. Next one will be Adhyatma, which is in the next mantra. So Adi Devata means that which is related to the Devatas. Here the teaching in the form of comparison is related to Devatas, therefore it is Adi Devatam. That's why Devata Vishayam. Adi Devatam is Devata Vishayam. Devatas they represent the cumulative faculty of the individuals. Therefore total. Adhyatma is individual. The 8th chapter of the Gita, that these topics are discussed, Adhyatma, Adhidevata. The next one will be Adhyatma Vasana, that we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶನಿಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಜಿ.